So here is the new Dragon Ball Z S.H.Figuarts 4.0, right? 4.0 body of Super Saiyan Vegeta. The subtitle on this is Dangerous Pride. So that's the name of this release. We have a budget-friendly entry-level release at like $25 in Japan, or if you get it stateside, it's about $35 to $40. So that is damn good. We have the brand new groin, brand new proportions, sculpt. Everything is new on this guy. Nothing has been reused before. Now this release is really cool. I like it. I have a few issues with my particular release, and it's starting to kind of worry me a little bit. And that is the QC issues that we're running into these releases. Because if you saw my Goku, my base form, kind-hearted Goku release figure review, you saw that his right arm popped off in that video, and it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still an issue. This guy doesn't have that issue, but he does have a bit of a loose arm, and it's not, again, just like the Goku, it's like I've seen worse, right, where it's just floppy, but it's also like, see, it's the shoulder movable dynamic whatever system that they're obsessed with promoting right now. It's a little loose on the right arm, as you can see how that's moving around so easily, while this one is a little tighter. You can see this is what we want. We don't want this, because in 10 years, who knows what this is going to look like, right? It could just flop around in 10 years. How is this going to withstand the test of time, the longevity of it? I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this right here. But other than that, that's my only gripe. I love his proportions, his height, his size. Everything looks really accurate. And one of my favorite features here is the fact that you get two versions. A lot of you diehard fans are going to recognize that the all-white boots here are what he wore before he interacts with Cell. So basically, before his fight with semi-perfect Cell, everything leading up to that, he was wearing this after the Frieza saga, right? After the Frieza saga, they started the Android saga. So this is Android saga Vegeta right here. Not Cell saga, but Android saga. With the all-white boots. That's the only difference he has between the Cell saga and the Android saga, or the boots. So you get the all-white boots, and I keep mentioning that because they, for the first time ever, I think I've seen this with DBZ Figuarts, is they give us an alternate set of boots or feet to alternate with, and now we get the yellow and gold striped toes. This is what he wore against semi-perfect Cell. So when he fought Android 18 and got his ass whooped by 18, and when he fought 19 and whipped 19's ass, he was wearing the all-white boots. So very cool. When he goes into the hyperbolic time chamber as well with Trunks, he was wearing the all-white boots. He came out of that chamber with the all-white boots, and he didn't appear with the gold tip boots until he fights Cell. So that's a cool little detail that some people may not have known, or maybe they just simply forgot about. But the fact that they gave you both versions, that they paid attention to that detail, is really respectable. We also do get crossed arms, which is pretty required for Vegeta, in my opinion. This is kind of his pose. So I like this face. This is the one he comes with. It's a smirking, smiling face. He's done this before, especially versus Android 19, so you can kind of recreate that. But from some angles, like especially from this angle right here, it looks a little weird. It looks like he's got like a rabbit's tooth. Now this one is fantastic. I really like this serious look. He's kind of looking to the side a little bit there, you can see, but it is a fantastic face sculpt. That looks just like Vegeta. I mean, that looks great. There is a little tiny bit, if you want to be nitpicky, a little bit of a gap issue with the seams meeting up with each other from the faceplate and the hair. You can see that. That looks a little bad. The top of the widow's peak as well. His hairline up here, you can see the gap there. I try to push it in as hard as I could. That's about it right there. So, you know, now that I pointed it out, it might stick out like a sore thumb. Just keep that in mind. But if you can overlook that, it does look fantastic, just the faceplate. But I hope they can fix this too. Like, this shouldn't be a thing either. I just feel like every single faceplate I change to, it gets better than the last. Look at this one right here. This looks great in my opinion. Very expressive, very good detail. Looks just like him. Looks awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Aside from the gaps, right? That's the only nitpick on this, is that the gaps look horrendous. And here's your last one, which is the icing on the cake. That looks phenomenal. So not only do we get a new and improved body mold, probably the best body mold for this Vegeta, but now we get some of the best faceplates and likeness of Super Saiyan Vegeta. So this, in my opinion, looks great. All right, and just like Goku, we get a windswept hair sculpt, and the entire head, the entire hair piece is separate. So I like that they keep adding these to these releases, these windsweps, almost becoming a standard, which is always fun. So a lot of people like to display them fighting, and this is perfect for that. All right, so Vegeta's head will go all the way up about that far, which is pretty good, and he will look down quite a bit, but not as much as Goku did. Now, if you use his torso, you can look down some more, but in regard to just his neck and head, it doesn't go down too much. Left and right, all the way, and then we do get some head tilting in there. The arms are going to go all the way up and all the way down, in and out about that far. So, and then of course we get the new dynamic shoulder joints. So these are pretty good because you can pop them in and out. And then also the straps up here, as you can see it kind of coming off a little bit. It's meant to do that. It goes in and out, so it kind of stretches with the articulation, so that way it doesn't really get in the way, and it allows him to move his arms around some more. It's elevated right now, and then you can just push it down and it kind of clips in, and it goes down flush to his skin tight undergarments there. Unlike the Goku one, which just stays sticking up. There is a bicep swivel at the arm, double jointed elbows, a little bit more than 90-degree bend. Typical wrist ball joint on the hands there. As for the torso, diaphragm joint goes forward and back. It does twist, it does tilt as well. There is a waist ball joint too, so that allows him to really crunch forward. Look at this. He can really crunch all the way forward there, and it doesn't leave too much of a gap on the back side either. In regard to him going back, about this far right there. Of course, that's with some assistance with the leg articulation there that's moving it as well. So the legs will kick forward quite a bit, all the way forward. They go in and out. Does almost a full split. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees. There is no boot swivel. There is an ankle hinge at the foot, a rocker, a swivel, and a toe hinge right there. So Vegeta comes with a total of 3 pairs of open hands, different poses. Of course, pretty standard stuff. We get this all the time. We have our martial arts posing hands. We have our open hand blasting, and then our grappling hands, I like to call them. Of course, here are the crossed arms again, and then our 4th pair of hands is going to be the signature Vegeta blasting. This is what he uses for his big bang attack. And then of course, if you guys didn't see already, the figure comes with a pair of fists right there packed in. And after a quick swap, here are the alternate boots. And here's just a quick look at him with the crossed arms accessory attached. Now the height of Vegeta next to Goku is pretty good. He is shorter. If you look at the foreheads, look at their faces, he is significantly shorter than Goku, as he should be. So I think they got it pretty good, pretty spot on. Look how significantly bigger he looks now because of the Super Saiyan transformation. That's perfect height, if you ask me. They look fantastic next to each other. Honestly, this Goku is probably top 5 Gokus out there. I highly recommend this one right here. Alright guys, here is 1.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta. This is the one that released way back in December of 2011. This figure was the only release of that year. That was way back when we only got 1 release per year, 2 releases per year. This Vegeta was the 3rd. No, actually, this Vegeta was the 4th release of the entire series, not counting the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So pretty cool fun fact there. And you can see this guy used to be super expensive. He was like a $500 figure for a while, and I don't think he's worth that much anymore. But he's a classic. At this point, he's a vintage of the line. But he's still standing strong today. But you can see here the differences between the two. Just the sculpt, the height, the proportions, everything is much better on the new one. He was just a little bit too tall on this one for Vegeta. And the proportions just aren't as good as the new one, I would say. He was still kind of skinny which I like. I prefer it to be not super roided out. And I like to call this one the Vegeta 1.5 here because it's basically just the 1.0 Vegeta re-released with their tagline Premium Color Edition. This was just an excuse to re-release that figure but not reissue the exact same figure. So they repainted it. They gave it a little bit of a glossy Super Saiyan hair. They darkened the outfit and they gave him the gold tipped boots. All right, and this one came out 1 year later in 2016. So the one I showed off previously was the 2015 release, and that was just the repaint. Now this was the brand new sculpt. This was the 2.0 body mold here. They got the new groins here on this one, and for the longest time this was the definitive version, and this is still the definitive version for a lot of people. So 2023 was the next time we got the Cell Saga Vegeta. Between that time we did get a couple other Vegetas where that was similar armor, but it was actually the Dragon Ball Super version, so I'm not gonna throw that one in. Anyways, this was April of 2023 when this release is basically the quote-unquote premium color edition of that 2016 release. So you see the blues are a lot more accurate. It's not as light as the previous one I showed you from 2016. It's very similar to this one here now. It's more accurate. It is the Cell Saga version. So as a Vegeta fan myself, I approve of this release. I really like it. I'm tempted to get more of this guy because he's so cheap, but I think I'm going to hold off. I feel like we're going to see him again with the black hair form. There's really no need to customize this figure to make him base form because I think it is coming regardless. I don't see them not releasing that figure. They even teased it at some point, so I see it coming pretty soon, but this is such a fantastic release. It's an improvement. It is, in my opinion, the definitive version of Cell Saga / Android Saga Vegeta. I think he's scaled properly and proportionally correct. Most accurate release yet, in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys feel the same way or not? Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.